Boom, today we're going to talk about how your boy Warpath came a long way, how I changed a lot. Facts, for being a real big piece of no good to being the man and real king that I am today. Facts. If you're emotional and anything that we say, your feelings are going to get into play and you can't deal with truth, facts, then maybe this is not for you. But check this out. Let's go back to you and take it off for me for a second. And then we're going to go back to how I became a better me, how I changed. Right? I want to let you know that if you ever thought about making content like this on YouTube, if you ever thought about telling your story, your life story, but you're worried about people and how they're going to think about you, right? The streets, the people watching, right? The so-called trolls, right? Don't worry about them. They always going to talk. They always going to have something to say because they project how they feel about themselves on others, on you. Hurt people hurt people. So while you trying to reach your goal and do what you like and confront your fears and make content, you need to leave that to the shit eye. Don't worry about them. Well, about the ones that are not for you or riding with you, supporting you. You see, if you ever thought about making content, the thought is on your mind, you're special because not everyone thinks like you. And that individual that's trolling you, talking about you, whatever it may be, a lot of them just want to be you. They don't know how you did it, how he or she just did go up there, tell their story, boo boo. So you're special. Tell your story, start your channel, post today, don't delay. Every second that you wait, every minute that you wait is important. It's all about time around here. And while you don't post and while you procrastinate and just thinking about it, over 1 million other people within that minute have posted up to YouTube. Facts. So get it. Now let me get it and tell you how I became the man that I am today. Well, so your boy Warpath was born and raised, right, in a place called Sunset Park. Facts. That's that right behind me. That's about like 41st Street, 5th Avenue. Facts. I grew up regular, normal childhood, both parents in the household. My father wasn't like all these other fathers, like with all respects to everyone's dad, right? My father wasn't gang. He wasn't about that life. He was about real life. He was a man. He was everything that I dreamed today of what I should have been or could have been. He tried to instill in me good morals, values, and principles. He tried to take me away from the streets. He tried to give me a good encouragement, good advice. In Spanish, always, he wasn't an English type of dude. Although he knew if you was talking about him. See, he was a good dude, but when War did something wrong, it could have been minute. He didn't like to put his hands on me, but Mom Dukes didn't want to hit me because I was always like bulky, a little stocky, chubby type dude, right? And not brolic the way I am now. Scooby Doo, where are you? Woo! So I know there's times I'll be like saying certain things about my pops or about my fam. I mean, not in a too bad of a way, but like I always say, you guys are my fam. One would think like I was raised without one. Nah, they was there. I'm the one that chose to be a knucklehead. I'm the one that chose to destroy my life. I chose the streets at an early age. When I was about 15, 16, I already started leaving my neighborhood. I started exploring, going to other hoods. Like something was missing in my life. I don't know why. Or at that time, I didn't know why. But I was surely about to find out. And boy, did I find out. You see, like I was saying, I would do little things, right? Like sneak in Sunset Pool and come home all dried up and ashy. Cause I'm actually dark, like a tan. I'm way darker than what you see me here. Like a lot of us or me look lighter because of the lights, the studio lights and all that. But taking the lights away and all that, I'm a scrungy ashy dude. So me and Coca Butter are best friends, facts. So anyway, I say all that to say my pops would hit me though. Cause my moms would tell him like, yo, I can't with this dude no more. He's too much. You gotta do something. So he'll come in and he'll do what he deemed was necessary for a man to start conducting himself as such. I guess they grew up in an era like it was okay to hit your kids, not realizing the damage they were doing to me. So he'll pull out his belt, leather belt he had for like 60 years. And whip me with it. And when I say whip, this wasn't your ordinary whip, bro. This was some shit you see in the movies, man. This was something that you see in like them slave movies. Like you could hear it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I could hear myself right now. And I envision it like it's playing all over my head. Cause I never talk about this, Harley. Well, not Harley, I never do. I hold it in. And I do my best not to dwell on it because it brings me back to pain. And whip me so hard that you see the belt marks and blood coming out of it. And I'm screaming, Papi, no, Papi, no. Papi, all right, Papi, all right. Some crazy shit, right? But I never thought about it the way I do today. I guess I'm older. A lot of time has passed, right? And I'm like, they only was doing what they thought was right, like the way they was taught, the way they grew up in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. They was probably doing what their parents did to them, and the cycle continued. So I promised myself that when I had kids, I was never gonna whip them like that. You know, we always tell ourselves this thing that we're gonna be the best father and the best mother in the world, and our intentions is probably that, but the outcome is not always the same as your intent. So I went on in life, got past that. I ran away a few times, several times, running the streets, hanging out. You know, we all start off smoking bud. It's cool, drinking 40s or old English, you know, or whatever you was drinking, Valentine, the cheap beer, anything you was drinking, right? And then you graduate. It's like levels to it, right? Like bad levels that you think are good at that point because the people you running with is always gonna tell you like it's good. Like they not gonna tell you, you know, things don't come with a manual. Although I wish they did. So I never had nobody good to look up to. Like, although today, because of forgiveness, and although he's not here, my pops, he passed away. I admire him still. I forgive. And I look up to him as a person, what he did, that every morning getting up and going to work and starting your own business, whether it was by yourself or with someone else, just getting up every morning, the willpower, the willingness, right? Like the dream or the ambition or you know, just to want more out of life, to accept that you got things to do, like responsibility, right? It's a big factor. I always looked at people like that and was like, damn, you're a better person than I am. Like I would wake up. It became a point in my life that I was waking up. And it was while you was going to work, I was waking up trying to figure out who I was gonna rob that day. How I was gonna get the money that you was getting up to go work for, honestly, within seconds. I never believed in the American dream. I always looked at it as like work for what? Work all my life for what? To die? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna have fun. I'm not gonna be here long because I knew the life I was living. It got to a point where I started indulging, running the streets, and it was like the cool thing to do because we was never like, or me, I was never the type of dude to indulge in something or get high, should I say, on anything and be like straight bummed out with holes in your sneakers, like on the corner and the floor, like, you know, like all types of crazy things. Like that look wasn't the look. It was like you get high, you get fly, and you go out. Like it was crazy, you know, like sort of like the rappers that these youngins look up to nowadays. And they on opiates, heroin, crack. They're crackheads, the way people say. And those are words that I don't use because I love my street people. I'm from the streets, the gutter, the slums, and I always will love you. And if you've never been through none of that, guess what? It doesn't make them better than you or you better than them. I love you too. And I know you're probably saying, how could you love me? You don't know me. Facts. I love you as a person. I love you for you. I love you because you're human. And this is what is supposed to happen. Today, that's the way I think. I never thought like that. I'll jump in a cab, boop, and I could be with somebody else. And if I see it's an opportunity, I'm like, son, I'm robbing him. Son is popping. Nah, chill, oh. So I went on doing that for a lot of my life, man. You know, I always said when I have a kid, I'll slow down, I'll change. That happened. I didn't change. I seen people get shot. I'm like, you know what? If I ever get shot, I'll stop. I'll change everything. That happened. I didn't change. Now I got worse. I went through the thing. If I get locked up, I'll do a bit like that, bro. I'll never do nothing wrong. Started getting locked up. It became my home. The revolving door, never ending cycle. Once you go through the island, Rikers Island up north, they hold you forever. I got comfortable. While people were scared to go to Rikers Island, there was times I missed it. As crazy and sad as it may sound, try to understand me when I tell you that it could happen. Because it happened to me. See, on the island, you didn't have to be responsible. You didn't have to get up in the morning to work like a regular human being to pay bills. Everything was given to me. They'll call on the child. Child walking out. Or when it comes in, boom, pantry's here. You got a bed. Not the most comfortable bed in the world, but you got a bed. And nothing changed. I had mad beef in the street. Everybody wanted to kill me in the street. So having mad beef in the jail was nothing. In fact, I got crazier because now I felt like, what up? You can't shoot me in here, although we do know of incidents where dudes got their hands on guns, on ratchets, but it was the chances of that happening were rare. It was more like a, what up, what's popping? Or boop, or eh. So once I got accustomed to that, oh, that's how you do it. Oh, you boof it, boop, oh, snap, bip, bip, or you pop quick, boop. Oh, the sneaker sound is lit, right? The name coming through from the gate, the bus gets there. Boop, you in the building. You walk in, boom, intake. They trying to set you up, find out your classification, your name ringing. Hey, yo, Warpath, what up? Hey, yo, twin, 1418, I'm on that rey. What up, what up? You already know we in the building. Gangsta killer, eh? Bloodline. It all was lit in my head. It was like, yeah, this is what I was born for. Bang, 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 shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up. Pop, pop, pop. It's lit today. My mind's telling me no. But my body's telling me yeah. And I don't wanna hurt nobody. And all the 90s I went through like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm bad with years, times, names, all that. I've been in about 6 comas, facts. And still didn't change when that happened. I got worse. Every situation, Warpath got worse. Because I was feeling like I was the Terminator. Nah, I was feeling like I was some sort of like, I'm never gonna die type dude. Like, what up? I'm a beast. That's not facts. That's not reality. We all gonna go, right? So the head would get swelled. Everywhere you went, boom, dudes like, yo, War, you a likable dude. I'm gonna tell you, one time this dude told me, he made a lot of sense. This was up north. I'm gonna go back. You know, I go from whoop, 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 whoop. Y'all know how we do. He said, Warpath, you need to be on point 24/7. You're the type of dude that brings about a lot of jealousy. He told me at a time when tensions were rousing. I'm up north, the whole situation, Maserati Fox, FO is up there, Paulie, L Money, Diamond, These are blood dudes. But they peoples. At that point, the beef is over. We chilling, we riding the 5. It's lit. We got focus. Now we talking about twins over here. We got Tiny. We got Cisco. We got Van. We got a lot of hitters. And in the midst of all this, it's a little Warpath. Nothing to brag about or glorify. Just sharing a story so you know a little more about me. You feel me? In the midst of this, you got Little Warpath. Little Warpath is going to the visit floor. I'm getting the mother load. Boop, 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 boop. All the loonies getting loaded. We getting bloated. We getting chubby now. We getting bloated. We getting chubby now. So you become the man. Like, hey, yo, War, what up? Yo, see me in the yo, right? Because you getting it. Drugs, money, power. Facts. So when all these dudes are like, you know, they don't deal with dog food and all that. How my man said in the video. And that was a lie. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. So anyway, yeah, man. On the low, everybody's doing dog food. Nobody's exempt. I don't care what clique you was in. Facts. Bloods, Cribs, King. Everybody's like, yo, War on the low. Yo, I need that. I send out the disbursement. You already know. Or, yo, they Western Union that. Yo, shorty to pick that up. Boom, boom, boom. You already know. It's public information. We never talk about nothing that nobody don't know on this show. Facts. If you don't know, then you need to, you know, sharpen up your skills because you might run into these situations somewhere along the line. You understand? Not that you're doing crime, but it could happen to anybody. Anybody could get locked up for something they didn't, you know, they didn't do, mistaken identity, anything. Boop. You feel me? So, I say all that to say, I'm living this life. I'm banging dudes out, even when the war's on. I'm sending dudes to the clinic. Boom, bah, yo, boom. Yo, son, he fool. Boom. You know, yo, I'm hungry. Yo, give him some blood. Boop. Clinic. Feel me? People know the lingo. It is what it is. The war's popping. We sending dudes out. They sending dudes out. You know what I'm saying? They send 1 out. I was sending 5 out. Facts. I never lie. One thing about war, I never lie. Somebody always comes and says, son is saying facts. The war was on. Your feelings can't be involved. While you watching videos of this sort, right? If you in the opposite clique at that time or whether you in it now, this is the past. So you got to understand when people tell their story and someone else tell their story, you got to be able to handle the way I handle when I'm listening. I'm like, yo, this dude is foolish. Serious? I would have twisted you if I was there. You feel me? We hear all that. We hear you. We hear. You feel me? So moving right along. Just had to say that because I know dudes that be tight or commenting crazy like, yo, But when somebody else tells their story, how they was twisting the opposite party, our people or one of my people, it's all good. Like, I don't know who told people, like, you run the internet? Nobody, you know. So, because dudes kill me. They come online to bang now, to cyber bang. Like, this is a gang platform. No, it's not. So I'm never here promoting gang or violence. I'm totally against that. You're not a gangster. You're not a killer because you come on here and act tough. YouTube is not for tough guys. You can't mix the two. The smartest thing I heard somebody say the other day is if you come on here to gangbang, you're not going to make it. It's like music. You can't mix the streets and music. There's the same thing. It's not going to work. They're going to shut your channel down. They might not today, they might not tomorrow, but eventually they'll catch up with you. And it'll be too late. You cannot erase your content. If you erase it, they still have it. So that's why I don't do it. I could act sick here all day. We could all get ill. But at the end of the day, I remember. I do this because I love it, but I don't forget it's a business. So let's get the business. So we sending dudes out, they sending dudes out. Right? It's popping. It's lit. Boom! We on the island, right? And up north is an all-out war. You know? It's just facts. So when this is all happening, somebody else that would be shook, scared, or, you know, not with situations like that, I'm going to be real, 100. I was comfortable with it. I loved it. Because it felt so great, like you belong to something, to a movement or something that was greater than yourself. Like you was fighting for a cause, right? Like your people were being oppressed. The magic word, oppressed. The Spanish people weren't getting on the phone like that. The Spanish people wasn't watching the TV. Blacks wanted to hog everything and rob everybody. It's not to be on no racial stuff. It's saying a story like everyone else. This is facts. Before blood, there was bloodline. Facts. Before anybody started banging, gang banging on the island, there was kings there. Facts. But they was also formed because the Latin people or Spanish people, whatever you choose to call them, that's a whole other video, were being oppressed. So they stood up for themselves. And when you the bigger crowd and when you're the strength, you could come off as the oppressor after that. Although that may not be your intent. So people see the unity, they see the love, and everybody wants the same for their people. And you can't get mad, you can't hate. Everyone is supposed to want that in the world. We all supposed to be riding for each other with our people. You feel me? But today I choose to love all people. I don't care what you are. Blood, Crip, Trinitario, anything. MS-13. Nah. MS-13, I'm only joking, guys, for real. MS-13, Chapatrusa, whatever. If you're a good dude, you're a good dude. There's good and bad people in everything. I never talk about gang culture or gangs too much on this channel because that's not what it's about. For all my life, that's all I talked about. Dudes would tell me, "Whoa, you know about every gang like if you was involved in it," because I studied it. Like I studied YouTube. Because I'm an extreme. I have an addictive personality. So when I get into something, I get into something. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I started doing YouTube videos. I wanted to learn everything about YouTube. So I could teach others that were not informed. Same thing with gang activity, gang lessons. I wanted to learn. So when you talking and you speaking Swahilis, I know what you're saying. When you're spelling the name of your set with your hands, I know what you're spelling because I taught you that. Although you from another gang. Facts. And it went on so much, and I keep it real with the love all people, that while I was on the island and up north, there was times, just keeping it 100, people had to tell us, yo, spread your actions, B. Like if you was in a program from them people. Like y'all kings. Y'all hanging out with them blood dudes too much. Facts. This is in the past. So we talking about it. It's not to start a drama for people. You know, that's very ignorant when people tell a story nowadays and it drops off to the street where those same two cliques or other cliques that was beefing before are now like disliking each other again. Meanwhile, if you look around the world in New York City and the East Coast, out of all the Spanish cliques, the ones that be with Bloods the most is Kings and Bloods be together. This is a fact. Look at the music. Even from Meg BK, my bro, that I put up. He got featurings with Blood, Nick Guns, Face Dot, all them songs. Pound of Haze, Nick Guns featuring Meg featuring Nick Guns, all that. Brooklyn. Because real recognize real. You understand? And real dudes do real things. Man shit, real king shit. 5 shit, do or die shit, Brooklyn, best die shit. Try to flip, I'm all up in your ass, kid. Banging since I was a youngin'. Dudes that gangster while they strung in. Hardcore been doing this since the sprungs. And what you saying to me, homie, I really pop. 4/5 nigga play to carry Glocks. Dudes thought they were getting took the spot. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Warpath is back. Boop, boop, boop. 2 shots lit off. Dudes at the gangster while I know you soft. G'd up general, boy, I'm that boss. What set you claim, homie? I never heard of yours. Get paso. So you already know. It's bugging out a little bit. So back to the story. Everything is happening, man. A lot was going on. What I was saying was being told spread your actions. Because I had family members that were, you know, blood, dudes I grew up with and all that. It was rough because during the war, there was dudes I had to touch that I knew for over 10 years from the street. And I'm like, yo, yeah. And I'm going to keep it 100. And sometimes keeping it 100, like I said, people are ignorant. But I would look at my man, and this is like early 90s when the blood thing first started. And I'm like, bro, how you got down with that, bro? And he's Puerto Rican or whatever, and he's from my... I'm like, nah, man. So when somebody asked me the other day, it's facts. He got it first. Boom, you out of here. First thing smoking. Early for breakfast. Breakfast. Boom. Oh, see you. That's the way it was. Today's 2020, it's more acceptable. Although you still be in back of your head like, bro, you serious, bro? Nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. But you feel what I'm saying, right? I'm pretty sure you do. But at the same time, like I said, it's 2020. It's more acceptable. There's a lot of Spanish people in it now. You know? Good people that wouldn't let something happen to their people for no reason. But when I was coming up in Rikers Island in the early 90s, when all this first started, the problem was there's certain bloods, not all, because there's good bloods that I know that are watching me right now, that I be with in the street, that are from my block. They wanted to rob everybody. They wanted to take your socks, underwear, anything. And those people that were there, like the ones that got busy, wasn't having it. Like, nah, you ain't doing that to him, bro. He's a humble dude. Hell, that was the problem. Facts. But as we moved along and everything got better and people started to get along, it always stood in my head. Gang life, gang life. This is what I'm about. I'm going to die doing it. Like, don't matter what, you wanted to be remembered like as a warrior, and you was willing to die for that as long as your name stood up like, yo, he used to get busy. Like, that's not real to me today. That is so fake, my G. Facts, that's not man shit. That's not grown man shit. That's ignorant, dumb, ghetto trash shit. So I'm on the island and I would do anything to hear my name. Warpath, Warpath, Warpath on Rikers Island. Like the whole name thing, you know, gasses you up too, like gives you like a big ego boost. Like I never chose the name Warpath. I was given the name Warpath by King Korea. I said this in one of my stories. He's the Korean bro with the blown in his face. Boom. Bless him. He's in the feds right now. This was like in 92. 92, end of 91, something like that, but it was definitely not 93, the end of 92. It was like super beginning. I'm on the boat. At that time, I think it was called MTF3. I said this in one of my stories, I don't know, like 30 years ago. So, good dude, man. Got busy, put that work in. Talk about work where you see dudes' teeth through their cheeks. Facts. Like, holy snap. He got a cavity, son. It became cool. Razor tag became cool. Playing with gem stars became cool. It became the new norm. It was nothing. So the other day, and I posted it on my IG so people seen it. You know, I don't post that on YouTube because it could come off as glorifying. It could come off as you filtering down this garbage, right? But spitting razors out my mouth came normal. Like I never got cut. It was like, bah, pro. The other day I posted, everybody seen it. You know, people hit like, some people commented on IG on the lockout underscore, not just the regular on the lockout with the lion on it. That's not us. That's a dude that tried to pass as us and gained over 10,000 subscribers. Now he got less, but because people left when they found out. Some people stood because he did follow for follow, and I don't do those. Facts. So, boom, that's it right there. And on my page, on my actual page, like this page from On the Lockout, on the top corner of the cover art, you could just hit right there. And there's a link that'll take you right to that. And my Facebook. Facebook is On the Lockout. And we also got Lockout Gang, the group on Facebook. So you already know. Thank you. Love y'all. So we at the boat. I think it was called MTF3. Like I said, it was crazy, that boat. So that's where I got my little name. But once I got the name Warpath, it always stood. Then they started translating it to Spanish because the nietas were in the building and we were speaking a lot of Spanglish. And they was like, yo, guerra. And it was still like a boom, a big booster. So I went from being a regular OB in my neighborhood in Sunset Park, because it was AB, which is Abner from 60 Days In. This is the first time I say this on YouTube, I think, or the second time I said it live. Like what I was called before. It was OB. I have it tattooed, actually, OBE. And I used to always get asked about that, and I'm gonna say this because it looks like 3 O's. So people used to be like, "You." I was with this dude, and a lot of people from my neighborhood know him. His name is Alf. Shout out to Alf. I seen him in Jamaica, Queens, and we grew up in my neighborhood, Sunset Park. They were from 49th Street, and he was blood, and we upstate. And I'm going in the shower, and he's like, "Yo, you blood?" And he was like, "Yo, I know you from somewhere." He's like, "Oh yeah." Got crazy. He did like 15 joints. I think he was big, tall now. You know, they black. I think they black and Puerto Rican, if I'm not mistaken, or full black. But they grew up in my on the block where we used to be at. They were like brothers to us. And I was like, nah, that actually says my name. It's just in red and black, and it looks like that because it was a foul tattoo. Nah, it's all right. It just, you know, I got big and swole. And it looked like something else, I guess. I don't know. To him, I could see it's different type of lettering, like Indian letter. I don't know, something like that. Whatever you call them letters, but it's there. And so it went from that real quick to Warpath, Guerra, and you feel like you got to live up to your name. So I meant to say OB, and Abner from 60 Days In was AB. Then we had our other boy that was robbing everybody. We learned how to rob from him, which his name was JB. Shout out to JB if he's still alive. And if he ever did anything to anybody, my bad. I ain't got nothing to do with that, you know. And even for the people I did a lot, I was a real piece of shit back then, bro. I was robbing everybody. And up to not too long ago, I did a lot of foul shit, like greasy shit, robbing people, good people, bad. It didn't matter. You was in the game. You're not supposed to be doing this. You get it, right? And it's sad. And that's how I got money on my head till today in every borough. This is a fact. And it's not telling. The feds came and told me, look, your name is on this list. So it's not telling. They already knew, and I'm not saying no names or nothing. Never do. But everyone knows up to this day there's money on my head. And I was involved in one of the biggest cliques in the world. And guess what? I never call them for nothing. And I got 1 million dudes. But you don't involve a group of people that are striving to be a better them and involve them in your street bullshit. It's not the way it works. A lot of people hide behind that. I never did. I was me, War, OB before I was king. Today I'm just me, a regular dude here on YouTube trying to tell you that there's a better way. From time to time we all get crazy. We forget why we were sent here by the Almighty, right? And we turn left, but then we get back on track. And I always take the time out to apologize to anybody I might have hurt in the past as a man, sincerely from the heart. And it's not copying a plea. If you see me, you try to put that work in, I'm not threatening nobody. I'm at a place of business. I don't do that. But just know that I'm still human. I'm still gonna oh woo infirmo clinica infirma clinica infirmary. Oh yo, you wildin', War. Yeah, nah, shout out to them though, man. I love all people, man. I remember one time we was real brief, we was doing a live and this girl came on and said, yo, bro, that's a fact. My cousin got love for you. You stuck him up back in the days. I said, oh, he snapped. She's like, but he watches your channel. He changed his life too. I'm like, it was a few people like that came on the live. So people were seeing, this is lives when I was going live every day and we was getting 900 and something people in our actual live. Facts. This without the power of playback. And playback means, I always explain it because a lot of people tell me, well, I'm streaming back to back and I only get like 2 or 3 people in my live. Keep streaming. It's like anything, it repetitively is going to start popping for you. I stopped streaming, going live for a minute. So when I go live now, be a few people. It's cool because when I get off on a playback, it be 800, 1,000 something, 400 at times. It depends. Playback means that they just watching it from the beginning, but they watching it right now, but they tuned in from the beginning. That's how you know people love you. They want to catch the whole video. Either that or they watching you and they trying to creep. You heard? Don't get these videos twisted. So anyway, the power of streaming. From time to time, we take a few seconds out to do a little teaching, but I got Tech for Rec for that. TEK, the number 4, and REK. I'm going to start dropping content there this whole week. Tomorrow, I got like 3 new videos I'm posting up back to back on there on how to use certain applications, how to use green screen, where to buy the cheapest green screen, how to set it up, how to put it up, the lights you need, if you need any lights, and the cheapest deal that you could get, the biggest bang for your buck. Facts. So check it out. TEK, the number 4, and REK. Also check out our hip-hop channel where we talk everything hip-hop. Yes, the music genre that Puerto Ricans and blacks together started as one. Facts. Boom. So it's called Golden Culture with a K. So for our Spanish-speaking people, we have Noticias por YouTube. Noticias por YouTube. Content there this whole week, back-to-back content also. Facts. So that I'll be busy. I got 5 YouTube channels, like 5 or 6 regular audio podcasts, and I'm doing a whole lot of other online businesses that I got going on, working on my book, my clothing line's coming out. Got a new scooter coming out, electrical scooter. What else? We got a lot of things we doing. We working on jewelry. I do custom jewelry. I'm helping out a few jewelers. We doing a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Making tires for cars. Nah, I'm only lying. These dudes be dead ass on YouTube like, yeah, bing. When he checks his account, the credit card, when he checks his account, it just says, stop playing with the damn phone. And he look at you like, yeah, it's gonna be there like in another 40 minutes. Yo, so anyway, I go somewhere else with life, but it be like that. I love ya. So check this out, man. Let's erase all that. Boom. Let's start all over fresh. Check this out. So anyway, man, I hope that you're feeling good in the midst of all this happening. I know it's a pretty long video, but cool. Maybe you watch some, man. I'm going to stop it and I'm going to do a part 2 because I didn't actually want it to be this long. I normally don't drop videos this long. But I say all that at the end of all that, today I've become a way better person. I no longer wake up thinking I'm who I'm gonna rob. I wake up working, whether it's making content or I wake up on how I'm gonna get my next honest buck in the world without hurting more lives. I hurt a lot of people in my life. A lot of people really hated me and hate me to this day that don't believe in forgiveness, you know? And a lot of people tell me, damn, boy, you did change a lot. I understand. But I always keep in mind that you could change all you want to change. Other people remain the same. And that's a fact. With all this going on in the world today, you got to see certain people and tell them, look, for whatever it means to you, I apologize and I love you sincerely because you might die tomorrow. We all might die tomorrow. And guess what? If there's another life that does exist, we will see each other again. And there's certain things that I don't want to have to explain to whatever higher powers up there. I want it to already be explained. But all that made me the man that I am today. And from all that, I learned some good things, some bad things, and I'm able to talk about them today. And I only do this in hopes that I could help somebody change their life. And a few people that have tried to commit suicide, a few people that was indulging, that was running the streets told me, "Wow, I changed my life. You helped me so much." So when I think about doing wrong, that comes to my mind. Like, I can't let these people down. I can't let myself down. And it motivates me and it keeps me good. So I want to thank you also. You that's watching, the beautiful you, you're special. And if you ever thought about making content, like I said in the beginning, just do it. Just do it. Post. Don't worry about how you look. And what you're going to talk about that you don't know what to talk about. And I'm pretty sure that our brothers and sisters here on this beautiful platform called YouTube will give you a million ideas. Facts. But don't start a channel and start talking bad about other people. Don't start the reposting, the doing this. Those channels are getting shut down. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Don't chase cloud. Don't none of that. Do you, and that's how you make it. Be original. Always stay you. Never lie to the people. Lying becomes a job. You got to keep doing it, and you get caught, and then everyone stops following you anyway. It's not worth it. Don't build something or thinking you're building something and you already destroyed it before you even got to reap any of the rewards. Because the Almighty Father got a few rewards in store for you. You just got to be willing to get there. They there. Keep in mind that you want to do this because it's something that you want to do, something that you like. It's never about the money. That will come, like I said. But with all that being said, I changed my life so much that sometimes I'm even shocked, And people mention things to me that I did in the past. Like, yo, you remember you slapped that big brolic dude that kid? And I'm like, word? And then I remember, oh, shit, that's right. I run into people in the street. I forget all about that I did something to them, and that's bad. I know. So I'm working on that. My eye is bad. It's hurting still. Because I told y'all the story. I don't want to get into that. No, nobody hit me in the eye or nothing. I've been hit in the eye, and I never even catch a black eye. I'm not a black eye dude. People I fought hit me my nose. My nose don't crack and bleed like most people. We don't never promote violence, but I'm just saying, like, I've never been that type of dude. I started feeling like I was literally like made out of metal. Actually, I am, because I got operated and I got metal all over my body and head. That's a fact. I wish I was lying. I'm not. So anyway, time went on and I started changing. I went from being a no good dude to actually starting to do something for myself, to actually wanting more for myself. And my friends, people that I know tell me, "Whoa, you did that. You got to stop saying that." Because a lot of times I say, I'm grateful for YouTube. And I don't, because I'm on other platforms, but just like music at one point changed my life and helped me in life. And it helped a lot of people when people say music saved my life because it kept them indoors, right? YouTube saved my life. Many days I was going to go outside and I didn't. And people I know got shot, got killed, all types of things. This is a fact. So going up north, spending a lot of time upstate in the prisons never helped me. I never got the medical attention I needed because I knew there was something mentally wrong with me. I knew there had to be a better way than being comfortable with being locked up. So it takes some people longer than others, and it took me this long, but I'm definitely grateful and proud of all my accomplishments in such a short period of time. And we still got a lot of work to do. Hopefully, you guys, the real ones who stand by and keep showing support for your boy and for the family here, the Lockout fam, Lockout gang from on the Lockout. And together we can make it through these hard times. You know, you got to treat people good. And if people in your household, your family, because you never know, like, they cannot be here within 5 minutes from now. This is a fact. These are things that we don't think about, you know? And today I just been doing a whole lot of thinking and like, wow, I was a real no good piece of shit. But I've come a long way and I got to see that also, you know? I've been through so much pain. And the same way I received the pain, I started giving it out and ditching it out so other people could feel just as bad as I was feeling. Today I feel good about myself. So I let out good energy, good vibes, because I want people to feel just as good as I feel. So when I say, YouTube helped change my life, of course it did. Because when I could have been outside trying to chase a dollar, selling stuff that I'm not supposed to be selling, helping get rid of our own people, which is a fact, I decided to make content and make videos and feed the people something that's going to help them, whether it's educating them if they ever get locked up, or whether it's talking about current events, what's going on in the world on my other channels, whether it's making them laugh. It's the best source of medicine. And today I chose to sometimes make people laugh instead of crying. So it's a whole complete 360 turnaround. And I'm glad for that. Today, when people say, when even they call me Warpath at times, I'm like, yo, I'm not really living like that no more. At times, like, I'm gonna keep it 100. There's times I go outside and I'm like, people see the content and other apps and other things. I just don't post it on YouTube. I don't post it on places where there's a lot of younger crowd, right? Or where I could get penalized for that because I want to keep my content coming out. But on some of these other platforms that are a little more loose, I might put it up. And then I'll be like, yo, you bugging. So it's good that I see myself sometimes because I could slip to the old me real quick within seconds. It's never going nowhere. It's just tamed. Like I said, man, I'm going to drop this and do a part 2 because I'll stay here 3 hours and this is not a live. I'm sorry. My name is Warpath. I love you. Just wanted to talk to y'all a little something and post this video up and let you know we got way more content coming up back to back. Boom. You already know. On the Lockout. Love all people. Facts. By the way, stay home. It's not good to be out at this times. And you know it. So let's just keep it 100 and stay away. I see some people crying. They can't believe this happened to them. Boom, boom. We need to stay away from people. I only went outside in emergency. Facts. So just staying inside because of this could save your life. You know what I'm saying? Facts.